In this book, I offer 3 general propositions. If you want to understand the proofs that we are headed for this war, you want to read this book. It may be difficult in places, but it is well worth it if you want to look up the words and study it and refer to it. It is footnoted, it has research, and a lot of thought, years of thought went into this. It's for $10 there in the back afterwards if you're interested. The other book back there is a book on World War II for those who like those books for $5. The 3 propositions in my book, general propositions among many, is that war is always coming, and that we have developed a psychology in this country that it's not. That it's the end of history, and that we don't have to worry, and let's all go shop. America is, you got to understand, because we're the strongest, most powerful, most free, most democratic country in the world, we are the most envied country in the world, and envy is the greatest source of hatred that there is. You cannot have a greater enemy than a friend who envies you, because envy is a form of hatred in which you are resented for having something or being something that someone else is not. That is what the Chinese national inferiority complex is about. That is what a lot of the people in Russia, a lot of the leaders in Russia are angry about. And that is what a lot of these terrorists in the Islamic world are angry about. Why should the United States of America be the #1 country? After all, we're better than they are. Look at those stupid Americans. You heard it. We're arrogant and we're stupid. We don't know anything. You hear the Europeans say that all the time. So we are the #1 target. We are hated by people, not because of our sins, but because of our virtues. The world's rogue states, the dictator states, the countries that are not free, have long planned and hoped for the destruction of America. It is ironic that Al-Qaeda's objective is the destruction of America. During the Cold War, the communists in the communist bloc referred to the United States as the main enemy. The main enemy. And the destruction of the main enemy was their objective. It's funny that now that the Soviet Union has collapsed, this Al-Qaeda emerges with all these Russian mafias behind it. And its main objective is the same thing. Now, I'm talking about foreign enemies, and I know you guys usually hear about our domestic enemies, and we got plenty of them. We are not a vigilant society. We have not paid attention to what is patriotic and what is not. We have accepted in our common discourse, in our universities, in our culture, that anything goes. You can say anything against the president. You can say anything against the country, against freedom. You can interpret the Constitution any way you want. Look at who is teaching in our universities. Look at what they are teaching our young people, and we're paying for it with our own tax dollars. And you know what? I hate to say it, but people are not that bright. They have to be told what the truth is. Well, look at how many different versions of the truth they're told, and look at how many of these versions of the truth go against America, go against what this country traditionally has stood for. The foreign enemies are those outside our country trying to attack us, and their agent networks here. There are also these enemies within, people who assist their propaganda, the useful idiots, the fellow travelers, and the people who unwittingly carry anti-American propaganda in their own. And this can be from the left or the right.